Well, the rivalry is back and better than ever. Welcome to Gill Stadium for tonight's matchup between the home Memorial Crusaders and the visiting Central West Knights. My name is Kyle Heath for Manchester Public Television. It's glad to be with you on this Cinco de Mayo, and along with me, Michael Gonzalez. Michael, as a former Central graduate, obviously you're kind of favoring more of the Knights with the mixture of West in here, but still the excitement is in the air between the three high schools battling it out here tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is great. This is what we're up for here. And I'll tell you what, if Memorial can go deep in the game with Manny Castro pitching, they have their best shot. If Central West can get into their bullpen, then that's when they can open things up. So it's anyone's game. I'm not really going to pick a favorite here. We're going to let them play it out.
Well, again, both these teams having a tough season altogether, not what they're hoping for, but both of them looking to get another victory here as Central West has lost their last 8 consecutive, while Memorial has lost the last 8 consecutive as well. Both of them got the victory to start off the season, but here we are on May 5th trying to get another victory for both teams. And leading us off for the Knights is number 6, and Nolan Duval, who will be playing center field today for the Knights.
Oh, yeah, one of the rocks in their lineup, just a solid player on defense and offense. So he's a tough out.
Again, both of them with 1-8 records. The only one that's more in the basement right now is Timberlane at 1-9. So we'll see what happens as a ball one for Manny Castro, who's dealing fast to start us off here.
Yeah, he quick pitches a little bit. He gets in the zone. It's up to them to call timeout if they want to break his rhythm.
Ed Iman is behind the plate doing the umpire duty, and Greg Surrett, who we already saw earlier in the day as the Trinity Pioneers were able to beat up the Alvern Broncos by a final score of 7-3. So Greg is already, just like us, busy day, but
he's part of our club.
And a big swing and a miss, and down goes Duval, and Manny Castro starts us off with a K.
Nice pitch, quick work, and 1 out. That was a nice deuce right there.
Manny nearly got a ball to the face there as the sun is setting here to the west, causing some issues for anyone looking in that direction, including first base, second base, pitcher, and right field. So we'll see what happens as another strike thrown to now Travis Graff. 2
curveballs in a row and follows out with a fastball, but doesn't get the call right there. But I'm telling you what, he's loose. He was goofing off in the dugout, Manny Castro, and he's ready to go today. This is awesome. I'm excited about this game.
Well, falling behind in the count now, a 2-1, and again, gets the call and the delivery. Just too high. Interesting to see doing the catching duty here for the Crusaders, Alexis Rivera, who we have not seen in this position all season long until today.
We have not seen him at catcher, but we've seen him in center field. We've seen him in the infield. He's been one of their spark plugs, and it is interesting to see him out there behind the plate, but he looks pretty natural out there.
Full count here, and now sent out to right field, and this is going to go for a single right there. Able to go over and get it is Ryan Cunningham, but able to get on first base is Travis Graff, and Connor McNelly will have to keep him close to the bag here with some speed at first base, and we'll see what Declan Ryan can do from the right side of the batter's box with his big bat.
Big bat, bare hands, like an old school clubber, you know? He's just ready to stroke one here. But you're right about the speed in Graff. We've seen him all season take bases at will. So interesting. They're holding him on pretty tight here. But that was a nice at bat, punching it to right there on that outside pitch.
And sent up into center field. Not able to get it. It's going to bounce out to right field, and that will go for a stand-up. Well, actually slides in at the last moment, and we have –
it's a little jiggle dance.
You going to give that an error out there in center field, Michael?
I'm going to give that an error because it's interesting. He went into the dive a little early, and it kind of threw him off. Makes you wonder if Rivera was out there, it'd be different. But
Caden Berube doing the center field duty today, and now it will be up to Amar DeWitty playing shortstop to get in a couple ducks on the pond.
Duck, duck, goose, baby.
And he sends one up to center
That's
field
gonna
as
drop.
well. The infield is playing in, and one run comes around, and they're going to stop Declan at third base. And a 1-0 lead here to start off this game for the Central West Knights.
Nice piece of hitting. You could tell right away that ball was going to dive down. And Coach Ernie puts the red light on it for Declan Ryan, not trying to break any kind of rally they got going because it's a couple, even though there's an error, it's a nice hit ball. So 3 solid at-bats.
Well, still only 1 out. They have not put the run up on the board just yet, so I did not pan over to the scoreboard. And now taking off. Oh,
And he gets the first and
Declan
third.
able to get it. The ball just came out of the glove and unable to make that. And now a 2-0 Knights lead here as we start off this game. The energy is in the air right now as, wow.
A rare first inning, couple crooked numbers for Manchester Central West, and the ball's rolling. They got to keep it going. Both Ducks get home safely.
Started off really well with a strikeout, too, and just things have kind of fallen off for Manny Castro. Outside call.
Looks like
Ball, though.
he's a little tight strike zone. So make a note if you're Brett Bennington as he's hitting right now. There it is.
Brett, who we found out today is going to be heading to Keene State to be an Owl.
Oh, nice. Hoo-hoo.
Brett Bennington. So congratulations on continuing your your schooling, and wish you all the best as he fouls one back over our heads here.
He deserves that congratulations because he's really good. You'll see it next half inning how effective as a pitcher he is. Trying to help his cause here with a duck at second.
Full count. Fouled back. Some velocity on those foul balls heading to the right side of us here.
Yeah, it's so tough to pitch a strike full count. So Manny Castro doing a good job there, but fouling him off.
Brett will be doing the pitching here. A close pickoff attempt to Amar at second base. Does not work.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Amar Duty. Ooh,
and Bennington goes down the second K of the inning. And
he hit a little turbo button on that pitch. That had some heat to it.
certainly, was ready to go on that was Manny Castro. And now with 2 outs, we'll see what Wilson Zola can do. Ooh, a slow off-speed pitch right there, able to get him looking at it, just going by.
Yeah, that's a nice change of pace right there. That'll really enhance the fastball.
And
He's
DeWitty
off.
taken off. The throw is not there from Rivera, and slide not needed. But either way, DeWitty at third base now.
I mean, you got to make an argument that you should steal third a lot because Wilson Zola is not really required to do anything, but he is in the way. But it makes it a lot harder for the catcher.
And a little ground ball to McNelly, who will step on the bag and get the third out, but not before the Knights do get on the board. It is a 2-0 lead for the white team, and we'll see what Memorial can do. We'll see the likes of Alexis Rivera, Ben Malu, and Manny Castro due up. Back for more of the rivalry game after this. Back here from Gill Stadium, Michael Gonzalez and Kylie Heavey, and we'll see what the Crusaders can do with Alexis Rivera. Brett Bennington has been their best pitcher for the Central West Knights. This is really your second time really ever seeing Brett Bennington pitch, so you prepare for a show here, Michael.
Yeah, last time he came in relief, I saw him, and he just shut it down right away. So he's got some good velocity, good location, tall, imposing pitcher.
1-1 count. Ball does not stay in the mitt of Gavin Courier, who's had a good season overall doing the catching duties for this squad. Hopefully we'll keep
I would say so, yeah.
fouled up.
Ooh, coming on. Look at the bench for Manchester Central West. They got 9 people on the bench today.
Well, Memorial, on the other hand, they just had, the JV game was right before this. So they're all here supporting their significant schools and teams. And now the count goes full to Alexis Rivera, who would love to get himself on base as well with his speed.
Sure would.
Fouls one towards his teammates.
Hey, man.
Kind of rude right there. Just, coach is able to soft pitch that ball up, and
You want to keep your eye on the ball at all times. Don't be looking down.
Melu on deck here. Gets the ball, and now a ground ball. Should be an easy 6-3.
Nice
and
play.
Good speed right there, but a great job by DeWitty getting it over to Declan Ryan, and we have out number one.
That's the thing, though, when you have the speed, a track star, an all-state track star running down the bases, DeWitty just keeps his posture and delivers the strike over to first for Declan Ryan.
Omelu, who's doing the shortstop work today. We're used to him being all over the place, really. Seeing him catching this year. We've seen him at second base, and now here he is, shortstop in the number 2 hole. And tough swing right there. Bennington has him on skates right now.
We're definitely used to seeing him as catcher. I know that, doing the lion's share of that job, but getting a little break today.
And a strike called, and Melu sees 3 pitches and sees them go by for strikes.
Yeah, very efficient.
And now quickly 2 outs and 2 batters, and Bennington is dealing like a Vegas
Dealer?
poker dealer.
He is dealing.
Oh, does not get the call there by Emond on that. But Manny Castro, pitcher versus pitcher. Brett struck out, and Manny now.
Nice pitch. He is dealing. He's dealing like he's at a flea market.
There we go. I like that. Yard sales everywhere soon enough.
It's pun night. Wow, nice try, though. Tried to get the outside corner. Maybe if Paul Vine was umpire, that would have been a straight call, but not having it.
Always good to see Ed, though.
Oh, yeah, Ed's great.
Fouls one off. That will head all the way over to the bathroom area.
Ed's a guy that you don't want to mess around with. He'll take control of the game for sure.
And now
we've seen him shut down some shenanigans.
2-2 count. High pitch that nearly hit the bat of Manny Castro.
Yeah, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
And now count goes full. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Bennington sends one that Manny hits over our head. We're going to have a plethora of baseballs up on the roof in no time here, Michael.
Yeah, well, Central West sends the convoys. They send 4 guys sometimes, so they'll get them.
Wow,
they are, though.
Go, another one.
Both pitchers really pitching quick pace, no messing around. So if they're in the rhythm, they go for it.
Celtics are playing this evening, tied up in their series 1-1.
Wow, this is
ball.
So now that is going to be the ninth pitch of the at bat here. So good at bat by Manny, and I'll tell you what, the more pitches he sees, the more likely he is to do something good with it.
That's a very good point.
Because you get more comfortable.
And a little ground ball handled by DeWitty.
Over
to Declan.
He's smooth, baby.
And a 1-2-3 inning for the Central West Knights. We'll head to the top of the second inning. A 2-0 lead for the Knights. Back with more after this. Well, back here from Historic Deal Stadium, and Jaden Rodriguez sends a little ground ball that is not handled, and that will go for an infield single. You're going to give that an error. What do you think, Michael?
I don't know. He was blazing down the path, so who knows? But, yeah, that's a muffed ball right there, and that's E5, I would call that.
Yeah, well, either way,
he
first
kind
base.
of went into the throw a little early, I think.
DHing is Jaden Rodriguez, and he will stay at first base. The sun out to shine right now, and we'll see the likes of Jason Collado, who's got a lot of speed, up to bat now. And he tries to bunt one, does not work.
Yeah, no surprise there, So it's kind of, a little shaky over there. Maybe after that error, he wants to test his ability again.
Jason Collado's got it kind of tough from the left side of the batter's box with that sun kind of shining brightly right now.
It really is.
Ball kind of gets away, does not allow runner to move up. So we'll be back to a 1-1 count here, and I don't think he went. The scoreboard has not changed. It's still an 0-1 count, but there's been 2 pitches. So we're going to say that he didn't swing. And
Yeah, I can't even look over there. The sun is bright.
oh, they question it, and no, it is not a strike. As, again, a 7 o'clock start. The sunset will be in a matter of a half hour, so we've got to deal with this for a little bit. Inside pitch goes for a ball.
If he could drag one down the first baseline, that would be ideal with Rodriguez being held on by McNelly. Ooh,
Swing, and now
big cut right there.
now it goes to a 2-2 count. Great job by Gavin Courier racing over to try to get that foul ball, but Memorial coach says, I got it. So
Kyle Point for him. Hustle is the name of the game.
and the count now goes full to Collado.
Another full count. We're seeing this a lot.
Jason playing out in left field today. We know his glove is trusty out there.
Ooh.
And his bat does not catch up with that fastball, and he will go down for a strikeout for out number 1 here. And Gavin Courier with the high socks. I always love seeing a player still rocking the high socks.
Oh, yeah, very Fred Lynn of him.
The number 9 batter here for the Knights will
Good
see
job
what he can do.
Good job by Manny Castro on the full count. You know, that's a pressure pitch, and he just reared one back and threw a perfect strike.
Well, making sure that the runner doesn't even think about taking off here. Keeping him on the bag. It's a better chance for a double play if that's what Manny can get to Courier to do.
I like Jaden's socks, too, over there first. Those are cool. Like kind of like leggings.
Yeah, well, breezy out there as now there's going to be a meeting between Rivera and Castro. As looking out, I'll show you the flagpole. Is the little bit of breeze out here coming from the west side. It was a lot windier up on the hillside at Trinity earlier, but either way.
Yeah, both players covered their mouths. No one likes secrets.
Well, apparently secrets don't make friends in baseball. Thought about the bunt.
Way back.
Gets away and able to move up to second base, the fleet-footed Jaden Rodriguez.
Yeah, he got there pretty easily just because the ball went so far off the mitt right there. And I wonder if that's, something to look for today, not being an everyday catcher.
All right, well, pitch by Castro is low, and Courier is doing a good job up at the plate right now.
I love watching Manny Castro play, though. He's always got a smile, and it's got to be a fun game. Otherwise, why do it?
It's
Ooh.
bunt does not connect.
Rivera was all over that. He pounced. He was ready to make a throw.
He's like a cat right there behind
He really was.
As long as the ball lands in his glove cleanly, he's had no issues.
So I wonder if they'll do the bunt again here. Try to get a third run in.
He swings. It's up the middle, but
lucky.
Taken by Melu over to McNelly, but that does move Rodriguez to third base. And now with 2 outs, we'll see what they can do with the top of the lineup here with Nolan Duval, who is looking to get redemption after striking out last inning.
That was lucky because they were holding Jaden Rodriguez on, try to keep him at base. So that brought the shortstop over to second base area, and that ball was hit right to him. Otherwise, it looked like when it got past Castro, it would be a base hit.
Castro deals and
Gotta be
hits
careful
the
here.
outside plate.
Got to be careful on the passed ball here. So look out for that. That's another storyline, New catcher in there, not really used to being a catcher. Oh, that hits the plate weird.
Oh, that's going to allow Rodriguez to come around, and the Knights add another run to the scoreboard. It is now a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second inning.
That had a feel of a slow pitch softball pitch, hitting that plate and just bouncing right on top, right over the head, about 8 feet in the air.
They call that it was a strike, so now.
That's so weird. That does the other strike call?
Yeah, that one wasn't.
I know that, but wow. Good break for Central West, and they got a 3-0 lead. This is something they're not used to having all year.
Can they hold the lead? A foul ball. McNelly gonna
on his
take
horse.
a little.
Oh,
just
a lot of room over here, huh?
about 6 feet away from making that long foul catch. But now it'll come back to a 1-2 count here.
We see that a lot. We see the guys make the effort, make the run out there, and then it just goes a foot away from them. Good effort. Andrew point for him.
Wow. Duval trying to avoid the second straight inning with a second straight K. And he's going to ground ball. It's going to, but he bobbled, and he's going to get on base. So give that error to Memorial. Their third of the game, second of the inning. And Nolan will appreciate that standing at first base.
That's 3 big errors. Center field, third base, and now 1 for second base. So you got to limit those. Got to limit those. He'll go here. At some point, he'll go.
Well,
test the arm here.
Travis Graff, who singled and scored last inning, will be the batter here.
Yeah, he had that nice hit to right field to start things off for them last inning.
Castro, a very soft throw over to first base. I didn't even bother panning over just because it was very easy for Nolan to get back to the bag.
Well, yeah, and there he goes.
And taken off.
Nice
Alexis
throw.
Rivera with a great. Called save. Cunningham is in disbelief, saying, I got his legs before he touched the bag.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You got a base stealer. You got a guy with a hose. That just makes for good baseball. And I thought that ball was on time, but he must have got under the tag there.
Well, Greg Surrett is giving a little break for Duval to get up and put the bag back on the Velcro. And now,
yeah, those breakaway bags save broken legs.
Graff has a chance for an RBI here. Ball right there. So it's now a 2-1 count.
We got a ducky on the pond here. So this is a big spot for Graff with the big man on deck.
Ball outside, so now it's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, they wouldn't mind a walk, that's for sure. You want Declan Ryan getting as much opportunities to get RBIs as possible.
I would like to see him get another hit if need be. Ball low, so the inning continues for the Knights. A error and a walk has allowed base runners at first and second, and Declan Ryan, who was able to get a on base due to an error by the center fielder, will be the batter here.
He's going to hit a home run. Look at him.
You would love to see a fastball from Manny Castro and seeing how far he can get it. A lot of running around by Melu.
Ooh, nice pitch. Really stuck. Really caught him off guard there. And when you say Mayu, you're right. That's really opening up the gap there for Declan Ryan. I'm surprised to not see the second baseman holding him on. Yeah, there we go. They switched it up.
The throw back.
Just missed him. Little slow throw on that one. I don't know if he really wanted to do that, but he had to follow through.
You got to keep him honest out on the base paths, and that's what Manny is doing here.
Yeah.
Outside.
Ooh, nice job trying to get that outside corner, but Declan Ryan being patient this at-bat. Last time he swung right away and got that error on the center fielder, but this is a more patient approach this time.
And the throw to first. Interesting. It goes all the way over to Maple Street.
He's going home.
Coming around. They're going to stop him. So it's only going to be one base here for both runners.
They caught a break there by it going out of play, because had it not, you could even think maybe 2 runs could have scored. That just kept going.
Yeah, there was nothing stopping that.
So they're going to intentionally walk him with the rest of the they're not even going to bother finishing the at-bat. They're just going to put him on with the base open and test their luck with Amar.
Well, he had an RBI single his last time at bat, but the infield was in on that play. This time they're going to be playing deep, trying to get this third out. Get out of the single. Amar sends it out to right field. Not able to get it, and that ball is going to keep rolling. It's going to get to the warning track. Amar is going to keep running. 3 runs have come in. Coming in, standing at third base, and having the stop sign put on him. Another big hit from DeWitty.
That's a triple.
Look at that.
You got to be careful when you're diving on a ball like that. Wow, what consequences that was, huh?
Well, the coach is going to
You
kind
can't
of
do that.
Ernie Yarrington going to meet up with Imond here to
Tough
figure out
son.
what's going on here.
When you have a son like that, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying not to get the RBIs in, but you dive like that, the ball gets by you, it's just going to go forever. Look at the right field gap there. It just goes and goes and goes.
Might have been a warning reached out right there by Imond. We can't hear everything that's being said, but right now the Knights with a 6-0 lead on the Crusaders. Not what we were expecting to see in Bennington.
That one had some heat. that was a frustration pitch. That was a nice one. But, yeah, you're right. I think Ed Elon was just saying, like, guys, let's keep it down. Because this is an inner-city rivalry. These guys know each other very well. There's gonna be some trash talking, but if it's done in good taste, fine. But once it gets a little ugly, Elon will be putting a stop to that immediately.
Well, a little bit of an issue here for Rivera, who had that foul pitch hit off of him. I don't think it hit any protective gear, or if it did, it rattled something, and he's just taking a moment to get himself situated here.
How about
Big
Amar?
hitter here.
Amar DeWitty with a nice at-bat, too, huh? Just great job. You want to walk the guy in front of me? See what I do. Because it's kind of like a little insult almost, intentionally walking the guy before you.
Another swing and a miss there by Bennington, who already has a K in his first at-bat. Amar was stranded at third base last inning, and here we are again. A little ground ball that's going to be foul. And let's see what Ernie's got. He's still got the hands right there.
Bad throw, though.
Tough throw.
We'll give him a break on that.
Yeah, I mean, his shoulder's thrown a lot of pitches over the years. And now Bennington sends it out to right field.
Burnt toast.
All the way to the fence it goes. That will bring in Amar for another run. And Bennington is going to cruise in to third base. It hits off of him. And a triple.
Yeah, we see the rare back-to-back triples again. That's not often you see that, but we have seen it today.
We've seen it a couple games as we saw the Grizzlies do it to Central West a few weeks ago, but now Central West doing it to Memorial, and a 7-0 lead here for the Knights over the Crusaders.
Poor Nick Loading. You know, you're out there in the toughest position, and he's just getting ball after ball hit to him. You know, I actually feel bad for him because it's so hard to play right field at Gill, especially with this sun.
Oh, the sun is not your friend right now.
It's killing you. Yeah, it's hard.
Again, all these runs have been with 2 outs, and it's not been the easiest day for Manny Castro, who's been trying to throw the best pitches he can, but it seems like Central West has figured out to hit it to right field today. Or be patient at the batter's box, too. You know, we did have 2 walks in this inning as well. And now a little ground ball. We'll see if Cunningham can get this and is able to get it to McNally, but not before the Knights are able to put 5 up on the board, and they lead it 7-0. Memorial has got to get their bats going. It'll be the likes of Caden Berube, Xander Rivera, and Nick Lotting due up here in the bottom of the second. We'll be back to see what happens after this. Caden Berube will lead us off here for the Crusaders. They got to get some bats going here, down a touchdown and an extra point. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Kyle Heavey and Michael Gonzalez, glad to be with you on this Friday evening. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And right now, all is happy for the Central West squad right now.
Yeah, it's 7-0. They went down 1-2-3 last inning. So, you know, Brett Bennington has got a nice little comfort zone here.
Bennington, who got 1, 2, 3, and now a hit ball into the gap. It looks like they're going to have some. Oh no, a lack of communication right there. He lost it. Berube will be at second base, and again the sun coming into play right there.
Oh yeah, big time.
And a tough spot right there to be in, as you thought it was going to be cans and corn. Instead, you got a runner at second base right now, and a big hitter in Xander Rivera for the Crusaders.
Yeah, you thought it'd be a can of corn, but then the can of corn disappeared, Kyle.
It dissipated.
When you lose, he absolutely had no idea where that ball is. You can tell by his body language. That's what I'm talking about. This right field is such a hard position to play.
Wilson Zola and Nolan Duval doing the outfield for center field and right field on that play. And Caden Berube will be at second base. And now
I'd give him a double, right?
see what Xander can do. We're used to him in the center field position, but instead today he is DHing.
Yeah, that is interesting. So, a lot of movement. You know, when you're 1-8, you're gonna make some switches. You know. But a leadoff double will get things going for Memorial because 7-0 is imposing. But you know, anything can happen with these two teams. You can they know how to let some runs up.
They certainly know how to, they certainly know each other for sure.
Yeah. I'd say the advantage is definitely, obviously, with the lead, but with a lead with a pitcher like this, he's just got to keep his cool. Because really, you didn't do anything wrong that at bat. It's just the sun took over.
What are you supposed to do, you know?
Yeah. I don't even blame, I'm usually a little harder on the outfielders. I'm not even blaming them for that. That's just, it's impossible when you can't see.
And now look at this.
Yeah,
Runners at first and second with no outs.
Little bingo here.
Bennington is, it's early in this contest, just to the bottom of the second inning. But now with a little bit of adversity, and Ernie Arrington is going to come out and talk to his star center field pitcher.
It looked like he was kind of favoring his leg a little bit. So he's probably just checking on him, saying what's going on, and keep you cool. Like maybe he saw something like a look, because these players and coaches, they have really good relationships, so they can kind of tell what a look means, you know. So he'll check on his pitcher.
Well, he's kind of giving a little practice throws here.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought he might be favoring his leg a little bit on that double by Berube.
Well, now here we go. Crusaders back to life here.
Lotting would like to make up for his right field woes here.
Maybe send one to right field right now, but he decides he's going to bunt, but that's heading towards...
He really put a lot of oomph in that bunt, didn't he?
He really did. So that's, props to him on sending it that way, but unfortunately it didn't work.
He's trying to find that hole at shortstop that's being created with holding on Berube.
And Bennington, another bunt foul. That's going to be, well, he won't be doing that again.
Does the classic catcher move.
Just hit it foul.
Yep.
Hit it foul. It works really well.
So ahead in the count. Kind of a gift for Bennington here, having 2 bunt attempts.
Well, 0-2 count. Oh,
nice.
Gives him a nasty curveball.
Backdoor curve, baby. That was
Nick
nice.
will take a walk back and shake his head while he's at it. And
wow, what a pitch by Brett Bennington.
Got him on an 0-2, and he only saw 3 pitches. A lot of work being done there, but now we'll see what Isaiah Solis can do here. First pitch kind of lets walk go by him, and
he'd like to make up for his error as well right here. So they got a duck on the pond. They need to get things rolling here. They can't let Bennington get into a zone, because if he does, he'll stay in it. I'm happy to hear that he's going to Keene State. You know, that's a really good baseball program.
Really great campus, too. I definitely appreciate Keene. They have a lot going on here between
fun.
They kind of have a little bit of a pumpkin fest. Obviously, the year 2014 was a big issue with the SWAT team called in and all that type of stuff. There was a big issue there back of the years ago. I did go to the Ice Fest that they had a few months ago back in wintertime. It was really pretty.
I've always had a good time on their campus, that's for sure.
Yes, certainly here too. But a 2-1 count here. Bennington got to throw a strike. Look at that. He does. The lights have started to pop on here as the sun is slowly getting down into the horizon, and we'll be in the darkness in due time. But for now, it's causing issues here.
Both runners
Strike.
go. Strike
The
him out, throw him out.
throw.
See you later, baby.
And a
Woo-hoo.
wow.
They're fired up over there.
The Knights are able to get out of the jam that they were in. 2 runners on with no outs.
What a difference
now
between the benches. One's fired up and one's hanging their heads right now.
we will head to the top of the 3rd inning. The Knights have scored in every single inning so far. We'll see what they can do. Back with more after this. Jaden Rodriguez will be the first batter here for the Knights, but a lot of changes here for the Crusaders. Michael, why don't you go through these here? As the first pitch is sent out to center field, and that'll be out number 1, Cans and Corns right there.
Yeah, we have a new pitcher here. We're going to have Juan Pena coming in to pitch for Manny Castro, who I guess is just going to call it a game. Tough start for him. He's going to go over to third, and Isaiah Solos will come out for the time being, so he'll come in Solos' spot in the lineup, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, Jason Collado now the batter, and he was struck out in the 2nd inning, so his 2nd time up to bat here.
Good piece of hitting by Jaden Rodriguez going after the second pitch, but either way, nice play in center there.
And now Collado sends one into the gap that drops down, handled really quickly by the right fielder, and Collado will be hanging out at first base here.
Took a look for a possible double there. Went halfway up the line, and then Coach reeled him back with the old get over here. So that was a nice hit, though. I mean, you know a nice hit when you see it, and that was a stroke right there. But Collado, after striking out, gets a nice redemption hit. See what Courier can do.
Gavin
already has 2 at-bats.
Grounded out to the shortstop, his first time up the bat, so he's 0 for 1, and
When
lets
you're
a
hitting-
ball go past him for ball 1.
It's always nice getting your 3rd at-bat in the 3rd inning.
The 2nd.
Oh, yeah, that field. That's right. Correct. Well, it's not over yet.
Nolan
the inning's
Duval.
not over yet.
All right.
He's off.
Throw is outside. Great throw.
Yeah, quick.
Great tag by Cunningham, but not able to get him and able to slide in safely. Jason Collado looking to be run number 8 for the Knights in this game.
Yeah, nice steal of that bag. Good jump. Didn't really check on him, so he had the opportunity to get off early.
Inside pitch. Gavin just shook his head like, yeah, that's not cool.
Right, 7-0. You got to expect the strike zone to open a little bit, but we'll see. I'm not messing with
Big
Iman.
swing right there. Losing his hat is Pena. He really put some spice into that one right there.
Oh, yeah, he dug deep for that one. Delivered a good strike.
And now it's a 2-2 count.
He's off.
A little ground ball that's
you
going to
gotta
go
yeah.
foul.
Yeah. So that's a good example of, catcher can just kick that out of the way. Because you don't want the ball hitting that lip and coming back. But there is no lip here. It doesn't look like there is anyway.
Collado had a great jump on that, too.
He really did. He was off. He was a good run, good steal attempt.
Well, now count goes back to 2-2. And
oh, interesting.
a lot of mind games being played here.
Yeah, Collado's got a nice lead being held on.
Outside pitch.
Ooh, nice scoop.
Rivera able to keep that in front of him.
That was nice. That's all instincts right there. Maybe a little luck, too, but that was a great job. He'd be a good goalie.
For sure. Now the payoff pitch.
Ooh,
High for
high.
ball 4.
Left
And
it high.
Gavin Courier will take a walk to first base. And with 1 out, there are runners at first and second for Nolan Duval, who was able to get on base with an error his last time at bat and was able to score all with 2 outs.
It's got to be nice hitting 3 times in the 3rd inning. It's his 3rd at bat, correct?
Yeah, that's his 3rd
All
at
right.
bat, and he takes strike 1 right there. So he obviously, first time seeing Pena here, but he really did a good job of, making things fun for his team.
Doing a good job is Collado keeping in the the rear view mirror of Pena here, because he's kind of like, we saw that almost pass ball. It gets in the pitcher's head for sure. Watch for a double steal at some point.
Oh, the throw back. Good move right there. Pena really did a good job of spinning around and throwing that.
He does. He spins very well. Over at first, they might have a nice play. They could get him leading at first because he's really getting cocky with that lead.
And now cranked up in the air, but it's going to land foul.
Look at that horse. Look at Manny go.
Oh, just not able to get it. Long run for both guys.
Yeah,
Manny
great
Castro,
effort.
great job with that speed right there.
Holy crap, is he fast, huh? He almost got that. And good job.
Matt Vadero as well. We haven't even had a chance to say his name as he is in the bottom of the lineup, but he ran a long ways as well. And it goes for a strike two.
Yeah, Pena's got to take advantage of this pitcher's count here. And Rivera needs to do a good job being a backstop.
And the delivery here. Oh, goes out. Wow.
Yeah, I missed that one by a little bit. Hat comes off. He released it a little early. That was a curveball. Curveball going wild. But good job by Rivera getting to that. How the heck did he catch that?
I mean, thankfully it was a slow pitch. He was able to, read where it was going and make that catch. But
that's his center fielder instincts right there. Yeah, really paying attention to the runners here. And it's great. Ernie's just not even going to send them. It's almost like we're just keeping your head a little bit. This would be the pitch, though, if they're going to do it.
Count goes full again. And Pena looking to get the K here. Ooh. And he does.
Big swing and a miss. That's how you come back, kid. Good job, buddy.
Duval, second time in 3 innings, has struck out. Yeah. And now with 2 outs, it'll be Travis Graff, who has scored twice in this contest, singled and walked in his first times at bat. And we'll see what we can do with runners at first and second.
Yeah, he was able to get things going when he turns on that body. Wow, nice turn, but, boy, he was ripping that one. Yeah, that a curveball? It must have been a curveball. Because he's ahead of that.
He obviously not the biggest bat, but he certainly was ready for whatever was coming his way. And now a long strike. The throw back.
Little hitch in that throw. I'm wondering if he really was committed to it.
I don't think he was. I think that he just was like, you know what, I got to go now.
Right, because you could, I don't know, maybe it seems like you would get a balk, but they're really creating that open hole over at second base, though.
And now hit right to Melu, who will just quickly get it to Cunningham.
Good job. That's not easy. The runner in the way.
6-4 out right there, and that will get them out of the inning. So Memorial does a great job on defense, not letting the Knights score anymore. We'll see what they can do with their bats. It'll be the likes of Ryan Cunningham, Matt Vadero, and Alexis Rivera here in the bottom of the third. We'll be back with more. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy, glad to be with you on this Friday night. Back after this. Nick Duclos will actually be the first batter here for the Memorial Crusaders. They got more changes to their lineup, and he takes a strike for the first pitch. Brett Bennington has been in control of this contest. 3 Ks so far in the 6 outs, and looking to continue the Knights' dominance so far in this contest.
Yeah, interesting substitution, considering they haven't even been around through the lineup yet.
Yeah, I definitely
you get taken out before you get the hit. It's a bummer.
Well, Cunningham has that error already, and Duclos kind of does a step towards first base, not pleased with that call.
We're used to seeing him in the lineup, the starting lineup as it is, so, he's just going to come in a little later.
Ball low right there. Duclos, great hockey player as well. So he knows that how to swing a stick, a bat, and see what he can do here, and he pops one.
Oh, Declan's on it. Declan wants it. He's got it. Big man.
Losing his hat and everything, but is able to get that pop out for the first out. Memorial coach doing a good job giving him his hat back.
I need to borrow a Kyle point because I'd like to give it to him. That was a nice job. He's always making those efforts over there, huh? He's a really good leader.
Certainly does what he does. And Matt Valero, the left fielder, we saw him try to make a tough foul out in the top of the third, was unable to, and see what he can do here with 1 out here.
Yeah, Bennington's been very efficient. Still in the first run through the lineup here into the third inning.
Yeah, it's
As Central West is already hitting 3 times now.
the top of the lineup anyway.
Right, they're into the third time. Yeah, but very efficient, and had it not been for the error in the block, he'd be perfect so far.
Strike right there. So now a 2-1 count. Sun has set. The lights will become brighter and brighter here as the lights on the Crusaders are going to get brighter.
Ooh, man, that was nasty.
Bennington gets another strikeout.
Oh.
And now there are 2 outs, and it will be the top of the lineup. And Alexis Rivera, his second time up to bat, he grounded out to shortstop back in the first inning. And he'll see if he can find some green out there to get a hit in this contest.
Verdero just tips his cap at that one because that was paint, location, and velocity.
Not much you can do.
Nothing. It's starting to look and smell like a summer night. It's very optimistic when it's like this. I love it. I love it.
Wow, ball gets away from Bennington there. I mean, I wasn't sure. I just opened a Twizzler. I wasn't sure if that's the smell you had, but
No, I just got, you hear the motorcycles. You can just feel a nice. Things are looking up. That's why they call it spring.
And the pitch inside, called a strike.
Ooh.
The temperature has dropped. It's 56 degrees here. We did have it got up to the 60s earlier in the day, but this temperature will drop for the rest of this evening here. And a 2-1 pitch.
Oh, my gosh.
And that's a strike.
That ball's tailing from outside in. If he can keep this up, he should be looking good today. Those last 2 pitches were great.
And
ooh, that had
flown
pace.
up in the air. Declan
No way.
taking a run.
He's going for it. Go.
Oh, my good gosh.
He got some ground covered. And he's not even winded.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going for it. He was going to try to rob that like a home run.
That was a long run for Declan. And
he's big, but don't let that fool you. Same thing with like Jaden Rodriguez. Like these big men can run.
The issue with Declan is he's the leadoff hitter. And now a little check swing sent out to right field. Can he make a play? Oh, my good gosh.
Yeah, that's trouble.
Able to find the ball in time. He snatches it out of the air, and the Crusaders go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the third. We'll be back for the top of the fourth. It'll be Declan Ryan, Amar DeWitty, and Brett Bennington due up. The lethal part of the lineup for the Knights. We'll see what happens. Michael Gonzalez and Kylie Heath from Manchester Public Television back after this. Back for the top of the fourth in this great rivalry game between the Central West Knights and the Memorial Crusaders. And Declan Ryan, who's had a great game so far, will be the start-off batter. But we do have another new pitcher here for the Crusaders, Michael.
All right, the fun continues. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have new pitcher in Caden Berube. So he'll go from center field and do the pitching. Then that recent entry by Duclos will mean Nick Duclos is going to center field in his spot. And then going into second base will be the former pitcher in Juan Pena. So there's your wrap-up.
A lot of moving parts here for this telecast, and we're doing the best that we can here with Declan Ryan taking the first pitch from Berube. And, well,
he's not happy. Look at he's just kind of creating a yard sale there. And he's going to take his base for the second time on an unorthodox way. First he got that intentional walk, and then he just got beamed first pitch in the chest.
Well, again, it's been a unique day for sure as he's gotten on with an error, a walk, and now a hit by pitch. So just would like to get on base cleanly, but he has scored twice for the Knights, and now we'll see what DeWitty, who had the RBI triple his last time up to bat. 2
for 2 today. Great playing at shortstop. So far, he's got to be the guy. That is, unless Bennington slows up.
That's true, too.
But he's having a great game at the plate, and there goes Declan.
The throw down hits him.
Nope, that doesn't count.
He calls a timeout as the bag comes off.
So
and
hopefully
he's all right.
But, yeah, good job. Head first, big man slides in there. He had some good jump on that, huh?
Well, I don't think that Berube was kind of expecting him to take off like that, but He did, and now he's in scoring position. And DeWitty would love to get himself another RBI.
Quack, quack, duck on the pond. Is that a knuckleball I just said?
That's kind of what I saw.
Interesting approach. You're not used to seeing knuckleballs at this level for sure.
So Mara with a single, a triple, RBIs both times up to bat. He's brought in, I believe it's 4 RBIs today so far.
Hard to compete with that. A lot of ducks going swimming. That is an interesting pitch.
And Amar confused, but he will take
I think he thought
walk
it was a
up to
strike.
first base, questioning the umpire's call. It's for you, not against you.
Don't look a gift horse in the face.
Now, Brett Bennington, who had an RBI triple as well his last time up to bat, will be swinging at the first pitch.
Ernie,
look at that,
look
buddy.
At that. You see the throw in the air?
Nailed it.
Nailed the
Good
throw,
job right
too.
there. Yeah, he's feeling the energy for his squad, saying, hey, this is how you play defense.
Yeah, follow my lead.
Well, now we'll see what Caden Berube can do with Brett down 0-1 in the count. And he sends one up in the air. Let's see where this lands. They're all running. It hits the fence, I believe.
It did.
That will be a double, and coming around to score, trying to get there, and is able to.
Woo-hoo.
Amar DeWitty runs the bases from first base to home, and 2 more runs come around for a big hit by Brett Bennington.
I mean, that was about 380 in the air, Kyle. That ball just hung, and I knew right away it was special, but I didn't think it would go that far.
That is the furthest hit that we've seen this season.
They did a little shake on second.
And now the 10th run at second base. And we got a kind of quick timeout here as there's a lot of celebrating on the Knights side of things as, kind of trying to figure things out as number 21, Wilson Zola, who has had a rough day at the plate, would love to get things going here if he can find a good pitch to send out to the field.
Got another duck. Try to make it a 10-0 lead if they can get a hit in there. I can't believe I didn't see this happening. I didn't think they would jump out to this big of a lead right away. But good job with the bats and even better with the pitching.
Berube delivers a bouncer, and this is going to allow Bennington to be at third base.
Yeah, hard to argue with his game today, Bennington.
Pass ball right there, and we have the coach is coming out to try to talk things over.
Got another one. Yeah, he said, give me the ball. He's done.
Caden Berube comes in, does not even get a single out in pitching. I don't even know how to mark that right now, but we will have the 4th pitcher of the day coming in to try to help things out. Looks like it's Isaiah Solis that will be doing the pitching duty. We'll give him some time to warm up. Central West Knights in command. We'll be back to see what happens after this. Back here in the top of the 4th inning with Isaiah Solis throwing a foul ball right there. And now it is a 1-1 count to number 21, Wilson Zola. Very unique spot to be in for Wilson. Not normally do you see 2 pitchers in one at bat. And he grounds one right there that will allow Brett to score. But the runner is thrown out and mark that as a 6-3. And now a 10 spot put up by the Knights. And we will see what Jaden Rodriguez can do up to bat again.
So that was Manny Castro playing third now. So a little bit of switching up on defense. So Manny Castro getting a lot of different positions in today.
Wow. Jaden, another first pitch is going to be hit it to Duclos, who will get it to McNelly for another out. For Caden Berube, a tough go of things. He had 3 to 4 batters, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a RBI double before Wilson Zola grounded out there. He only threw 1 pitch to Wilson. And, wow, just a weird turn of events here as Jason Collado will now be.
Yeah, so Isaiah comes in and gets 2 quick outs. So able to stop the bleeding. Coach must have seen something or felt an instinct or a gut feeling. But it's 10-0, and it's getting down to that point.
A little pop fly. See if Rivera can find it, and unable to. You really had your arm out there trying to get that foul ball.
I realized that it wouldn't happen, but I had one come close earlier. So
well, now
we want this to
Solis
happen.
has Collado in a 0-2 count. Collado is 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout, trying to avoid another K for the Knights.
And he's been an imposing player on the base paths, really making a difference, doing the heady things.
And he swing and miss, and Solis comes in and does damage, but not before the Knights put up the damage and score 3. It is now a 10-0 lead here for the Memorial Crusaders, the home team. They still have 2 more at-bats to try to get something going. We'll see what happens. More from Gill Stadium after this. Back here for this rivalry game between the Crusaders and the Knights here. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Levy. And we are a few pitches in here as it's a 1-1 count. And Bennington looking to go the complete game victory here for the Knights.
Yeah, he's looking efficient again. Already starting out wheeling and dealing. Maybe able to get a 2-1 count, but he's looking really good.
He's got a number of Ks, and now he's got...
He's also got 2 extra base hits. I mean, he's not having a game.
Melu is now a 2-2 count. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in today's game.
Ooh.
Oh, he gets hit, and it looks like the back of the head right there.
It actually got his shoulder. He's kind of winging it back a little bit. It didn't get his head, thank goodness. That was a curveball, too, so you can tell there was no intent there. I know that, someone got hit. Declan got hit first at bat last inning, but there's nothing to that. It was a curveball off the shoulder.
I mean, at the same time, you're trying to end this game as quickly as you can, and now we'll see if Manny Castro can get a hold of one as he grounded out to the shortstop his first time up the bat. Gavin Courier holds on to that. That was kind of like a shock that it was in his glove, as I think he, that had some velocity on that one for sure.
Oh yeah, he fired a pepper right there. He landed weird. I'm wondering if. That was an issue last time with the leg.
Throw over to first by Bennington. Oh, the ball does not land in Bennington's glove. This is everyone in the infield is almost going to be able to touch this ball at the way things are going here.
Yeah, it's got butter on the ball today. Tough to catch a ball with butter on it. Maybe he's going to get off to a decent lead here.
Castro lets that go by.
That was nice. I'd like to see Castro have a nice hit here, get back on track. I really like this kid.
Leaning. Oh, wow. Fastball by Bennington goes past, and now a 1-2 count to Manny Castro.
That was in the 80s, definitely high, like mid-80s.
Throw back over, checking on Melu at first base.
When you get a guy like Declan Ryan over there, you can throw over with confidence that he'll keep it in front of him.
A fouled ball right to the first base side. Lands on the rooftop.
A lot of rooftops today.
Certainly. I mean, hey, when at the Trinity game, who knows how many would have ended up up here as well from the way things were looking.
It's true.
Bennington trying to get a K. Fouled back again.
Little extra on that one, too. I mean, he's going faster into the deeper he goes into the game, the more velocity he has. One of those pitchers, like a Nolan Ryan Clemens type.
Caden Berube is on deck. Bennington delivers and gets the K. Now it's thrown down to first.
Whoa,
now
he was close.
Greg Surratt says otherwise.
Greg Surratt didn't have the angle we had, and he had a nice slap on that. So he gets hit by a pitch and then slapped in the face by a glove. That's tough.
Yeah, he is still up. He's kind of holding his arm right now. He might be in some pain right now.
Yeah.
His shoulder seems to be not in a little bit of discomfort here at first base for Melu.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And you see Declan Ryan like, nothing to see here. I didn't do nothing.
Well, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. I mean, some first baseman can come down with a slap. That'll really hurt.
Well, now first pitch to Berube, and it goes outside for ball 1.
I love that. Gavin Courier just saying, I'm going to throw down and try to get you out on that. I mean, that was a nice throw. I think he had him. I don't think He had the angle to call him out, though. Big man in the way, you know?
Well, also you can see where he's at. He's at least 15 yards away from the play,
Right.
and either way, Brett knows what he's got to do, and that's throw strikes here.
Oh, my goodness. You can hear the pop from up here.
It's one thing you notice between going to major league games and high school games is the pop of the glove, and Bennington is able to put some extra.
He does in the right spots.
Great
too.
Poupon on some of his pitches.
He does. He's wheeling.
Fouled back, so able to come back from being down in the count. And Bennington looking to get another strikeout here. Caden Berube trying to avoid that. Caden was on the lucky end of hitting that into the sun back in the second inning. That was a double, but he was caught at third base on the strike him out, throw him out.
Yeah, did you know he's a switch hitter?
I kind of figured that, being that he was on the other side of the plate the last time. But
yeah, so that's a pretty impressive feat to do at that age.
I've tried it a few times. I'm just not comfortable at the left-handed side.
Well,
most
aren't.
I do have a couple hits, but
okay, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Wow.
It does not get the strike call.
Okay, that was a good pitch, but I guess it was off a little bit, and he gets to walk. So good at bat, drawing that. But
Caden Berube now with some speed at first base, and we'll see what Xander Rivera can do with his bat. Obviously, we are so used to him being in the field and doing double duty, but today just DHing.
Yeah, a little lesser role today. Coach giving him a little break. Still in the lineup. Drops him a little bit in the lineup at number 6. But, still very important. But, yeah, you were right. You're right. He's usually a pivotal pillar out there in the field.
We've seen him in a number of different places in the lineup, mostly at the 4 spot. Today, he is actually the 5 spot. So,
yeah, usually playing shortstop for this team. Opens up a spot for other people, though.
For sure, is a strike called there, and now.
Does it seem like he's pitching faster this inning?
I think that it's been Memorial's been able to get a couple runners on base the past couple innings here, so it's really kind of made him work a little bit more. As the first and the third he went 1, 2, 3, but the second and fourth he's had to deal with some runners on base, and with only one out here, he's got to try to protect this big lead.
Yeah, you always want to shoot for that goose egg when you can get it. So, it'd be a real nice statement if they can mercy rule their city rival.
Well, now 3-1 count. Bennington gets him to foul one back.
Yeah, this is no easy out. Let me tell you that. He's very good, and his OP. He's on base about half the time.
With so many substitutions, I have to keep looking down to figure out who's on deck and who's up to bat.
Deuced him
does
up.
not get him, and it will be another walk. And now the bases are loaded, and the Crusaders looking to do some damage here with just one out here.
Ernie's seen enough. Is he going to get someone up and going?
We haven't yet seen anyone warm up, and being up 10 runs, it's not like he's
I don't know where that missed, Kyle. That looked like a nice curveball. Maybe fooled him. Either way, coach is just going to say, hey, man, you're doing great. Don't get frustrated at that.
Well, he's asking him a few things. What's going on here? Is you've been,
how do you feel?
Kind of a rough inning with a hit batter, 2 walks. And he does have that strikeout, but at the same time, it's not been it's been a lot of pitches here for Bennington, and now to deal with.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I keep forgetting it's 10-0, and if he is having if he's kind of laboring with his motion, you can see him stretching his leg out. If that's an issue, I say pull the plug quick on your number 1 guy.
Well, here we go with. Bases loaded jam for Brett Bennington with 1 out. And we'll see. He's having an interesting call from Gavin Courier. The outside pitch is.
This would be a pinch hitter, and Alex Rodriguez coming up to hit for Memorial.
Alex in the Nick Lotting spot.
Yeah. So interesting getting a big at bat here.
Gets the called strike, so it goes to 1-1.
Show coach what you got here.
We've seen Rodriguez a few times in this season here for the Crusaders.
Ooh, a little late on that one. That one has some peppy-deppy on that.
Well, that puts the count to a 1-2, and Rodriguez has got to be smart with his swings and, well, letting the ball go past, which was a good move on that one right there.
I'm really impressed with Gavin Courier's play behind the plate. He's made some throwouts. He's not let one single ball by him all game. Ooh, tries to frame it there.
Just barely misses and
tries to go to acting school right there. And
worked for Adam Sandler.
Ed Emon's like, nah, been there, done that, buddy.
Full count. Let's see if we just get a fastball here.
Yep.
We do, and it works for the second K of the inning. And Rodriguez goes down the slow walk back to the dugout here. Not very happy with that call. And now the new pitcher for the Crusaders, Isaiah Solis, will be up to bat here, looking to finally get a run across the board for the Crusaders. Solis is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Inside pitch.
How you
wow.
doing? Up and at him. Ed Emon had some pizzazz on that strikeout call, too. He kind of like, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Well, now, Bennington inside again. Solis does not appreciate that.
He's a little jabbering going on. It's not fun to be that close to a ball coming at you, though.
I mean, with the speed that Bennington still has in this fourth inning, now he gets the inside strike.
That kind of led to that one, didn't it? You brushed back a little bit. That was going to make it that much easier to get one when you throw it down the middle.
Oh, big swing right there. Now the count goes 2-2.
Big cut.
Big cut. I do see Jaden Rodriguez heading out to the bullpen. He might be the pitcher here for the fifth inning. We'll see if Bennington, foul ball, heads over. Oh,
wow. That would have been nice, but he couldn't make the play as the fan.
The fan doing his best to keep that ball from getting past him. It hits off his hand, and I don't know if he'll keep that ball as a souvenir or not.
I don't think you're allowed to.
All right.
Unless you hide it.
Well,
if he broke his hand, maybe.
Maybe the team will sign it after. Either way, Solis, 2-2 count. Fouls one back again.
Good job getting a couple foul balls to extend the at-bat. And like I said before, the more pitches you see, the more comfortable you get, the more likely you are to succeed.
All right, well.
Reputation.
Bennington trying to get another K.
Wow. No, he's
not called a strike.
The whole field started walking off.
They're asking Greg Surratt, and he says no as well. As yes, there was a multitude of Knights that were started to walk to the dugout.
I mean, including Isaiah. But what are you going to do? Learn from that.
Full count now and see if Bennington can find the strike zone. And the ball gets away.
Just got to make the throw.
The run will not count there. And Brett Bennington, after a hit batsman, 2 walks, is able to get 3 Ks and keep the goose egg up on the board for the Crusaders. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning as the Knights lead it 10-0. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey back with more after this. Back here at Gill Stadium, the top of the 5th inning with Gavin Courier up to bat for the Knights. He took a foul ball right there, and Isaiah Solis, who just struck out, will be the pitcher in for the Crusaders, as we are now dealing with the 4th pitcher of the day for the Crusaders, and Solis looking to continue his dominance as Courier sends one out to right field.
Nice snag, buddy.
Look at that play right there. Finally able to get Gavin to pop out, and Alex Rodriguez coming in.
Yeah, off the bench, making a nice play, huh?
Lot of real estate out there in right field, and he's able to find that and not have no trouble with the lights and get an out.
The Courier flies out after I had to mention that play he made down that strikeout drop to gather the ball and make the out. Here comes another test.
Rodriguez on his horse again is able to make another out. Wow, we didn't even get a chance to talk about Nolan Duval before he flies out to right field. Apparently, it worked in the first few innings when the sun was out, but is not working now as the Crusaders have 2 outs here, and it's been 5 consecutive outs for Isaiah Solis.
Looks like it looked like an instant replay.
It really did. Lets a strike go by is number 4, Travis Graff. Travis is 1 for 2 on the day, as a single, a walk, and grounded out to shortstop, who was able to underhand it over to second base to get that out in the 3rd inning. So we'll see what he can do here in the 5th.
The big one was that single to start the scoring for them. Wow, that was a nice curveball. That had a lot of bend on that.
That was a 0-2 count, but it did not get a strike call. And now we'll see if Solis can keep the magic that he's got going.
You know Declan Ryan wants to get up, too, so bad.
Going for the same pitch. Does not work again.
Yeah, that was another close one, but a little off the plate.
And now he kind of jams one into shortstop. Melu able to call his buddies off. And the Crusaders get the Knights to go 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th, but it's down to the last 3 outs. The Crusaders got to get some runs, and it will be
Bennington's back.
Bennington will be back out there, and we'll have 8-9-1 due up with, I believe it'll be Duclos, Valero, and Rivera.
This is it, too, right?
See what happens. Stay tuned. Manchester Public Television's high school baseball action. More after this. Well, we have a pinch hitter here to start the bottom of the 5th inning for the Crusaders, and Liam McQuillan will be up, number 7, and we will see what he can do against the hard-throwing Brett Bennington.
Yeah.
First pitch is inside. Swing by Liam, but just not able to get a hold of any part of the baseball.
Bennington comes out and just points to the mound and says, "This is it."
Pop out right there.
Whoa.
Declan Ryan able to make that catch. A little tumble, and that will do it for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now
Just
Crusaders
showing
down to 2 outs, and we'll see what number 16 Matt Valero can do.
Yeah.
Rodero.
Declan Ryan just hitting the dirt right there. I don't know if it was necessary, but, you know, he must have thought it was. Hate to see that, though, if he were to, come up limp.
Brett takes a moment to fix his hat and get things situated, and now delivers inside pitch for another strike.
He's having fun out there. You just saw him smirk right there. He's having a good time out there. Great game so far.
Vadero struck out in the 3rd inning and struck out here again in the 5th inning.
Wow.
And Bennington is 1 out away from going a complete game.
Efficient, huh?
And Alexis Rivera will be the last hitter possibly. He is 0 for 2 with letting a strike go by him right there.
Making it look very easy right now. He's in the zone.
Alexis obviously we've seen him connect on some good hits this year. He knows that it's fastball. It does not swing though, and it goes to a 1-1 count.
Yeah, he's been a solid player. I mean, he in a bad record team, he could make All-State. That's how efficient he is.
And he fouls one, and now's your chance.
Yeah, almost. Not even close.
Couldn't do it. All right.
I'm on my toes there. Get a couple balls down here. I could just pretend I caught it.
Either way, 2 strikes now on Rivera.
Ooh. That's off plate,
Close.
Yeah.
I know you were thinking that it was going to happen.
I
but
like a nice strikeout to end the game. It's always a good way to finish it off.
It says no. Got to work harder for that. And now he gets the called K.
There you
and
go.
Brett Bennington gets the strikeout, and that will do it for this contest.
Didn't expect this at all, Kyle.
A 10-0 Mercy Rule win by the Central West Knights, and you got to give player of the game to Brett Bennington for that complete game.
Yeah, I'd give it to Bennington, but if I had to pick someone else, I'd go with Amar DeWitty. Great game for him. Got a double and a triple, but guess what? Bennington was nasty
And
today.
third star, I got to give it to Declan Ryan, who was able to get on base 3 times, scored all 3 times.
Hit by pitch, intentionally walked and got on. Yeah, Keep your head up if you're the Crusaders, because you got some bright spots. You got to get some defense, though. You got to protect those balls, because how many runs they had 3 errors quickly, and it bit them in the butt, and Central West comes back, and that breaks their 8-game losing streak, Kyle.
Finally, they go to 2-8 on the year, while Memorial goes to 1-9. These two teams will be back here on Monday. Central West will be facing the Bedford Bulldogs at 4 o'clock, and the Memorial Crusaders will be facing off against the Pinkerton Astros at 7 o'clock. But thank you very much for watching this telecast. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for Michael Gonzalez, my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you. We'll see you again soon. Good night.